Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. September 20th. Boy, this year is flying by. Today I'm going to discuss why they keep saying prices are up when in reality they're falling. And I'm going to show you why. Now, nobody wants to explain this. Everybody's claiming prices are going to skyrocket with rates dropping a little bit. It's not going to happen. Be very wary when someone says prices are going to go up. So make sure you buy now. Okay? That seems to be the trend. In the villages, it's kind of funny. You talk to their agents, and their agents aren't stupid. They're smart. They know that some of the propaganda the builder is feeding them is just propaganda, right? So they have to be careful what they say. So they'll say that it's approaching a new normal. Okay, that's what they say of the inventory and the pricing. So in terms, it really means that it's dropping in price. Okay. So I've been saying this for quite a while. That, you can see it. It's blatantly obvious. Anybody who's in real estate and actually does sales, you can see that prices have come down. In the villages in Florida and across the country, even in the Northeast in some areas, prices are coming down. You're nowhere near the number of offers coming in, the way over asking, inspections are all back. These are all telling tales that the market has dramatically changed. So if you're going to listen to someone that says, hey, prices are up, make sure you buy now, be very wary because you're going to be disappointed. And I'm going to show you why. Now, NAR just came out. Oh, if you haven't been to our website, this is our website. Come here. People love our website because it's simple and easy to use. Go here, right here to the Villages tab. Go to Buy a Home. Download our map, which is awesome. We have hundreds and hundreds of downloads of our map. Also go to all inventory, north 466, between the 6s and south of 466. We have all the inventory broken out to you so you can easily view what's going on. We also broke out waterfront homes, homes with pools, and golf course homes. Views and on the golf course, okay? And then if you're looking for a courtyard villa or a veranda, check the fence yard homes. There will be a couple patio villas in there because they have a picket fence in the front and the agents got them on there wrong. And if you're looking for a rental, we don't really do rentals, but they're on there. They're on the MLS. And I will say that I think the rentals on the MLS are cheaper than anywhere else, price-wise, especially some of the villages' rental websites. I think the MLS is cheaper. Just let you know that in case you weren't looking. So go there and take a look at that as well. If you're looking to do a lifestyle visit, let us know. We'll give you back up to $1,000 of your stay if it's been within the last 18 months. We'll refund that money to you at closing if you buy a home through us. Okay? No one else is offering this program. Okay? If you're looking to relocate to the villages, you have a house for sale in another state, let us know. We'll get you some of your money back. We'll find you a really good agent. Okay? And also go to our Villages Facebook page, our YouTube channel. You're already on here. And then join us on X as well. We'll be growing that channel too. So let me show you what NAR just published, which... again, that's an organization nobody really cares about anymore. The inventory of unsold homes improved by 0.7%. Well, it should because it's a busy time of year. It's the busiest season, right? But let's take a look at this. But previous month to 1.35 million at the end of August, equivalent to 4.2 months of supply. And if you take it by state, some states are off the charts, okay? But what they're not telling you is that sales have slipped quite a bit. So sales have slipped over 2.5%. Okay, sales dipped 2.5% just for the month of August. So let's say August is really the busiest month of the year in Florida. June, July, August, busiest months by far. And if your sales are dipping in August, that tells you the inventory is coming. The inventory is going to go up. Prices are going to come down. They're going to follow, and they are following. Now, when someone says that prices are going up, now let's take a look at this. See this? The median existing home price for all housing types in August was $416, up 3% from 1 year ago, $404. Now, everybody will read that as saying, oh my God, prices are going up, I need to buy now. Not true, don't think about it. Because what's happening is the first-time home buyers have never been at an all-time low. They're down 3% during the busiest time of year, first-time buyers. Like I've said many times in many videos, I haven't done a first-time home buyer loan in 2.5 years. So first-time homebuyers have left the market. Very few first-time homebuyers in the market right now. I mean, you'll find them here and there if they have to buy. They have really good credit. They've saved up some money. Those first-time homebuyers are still doing okay. They're probably the majority of these 26%. Now, let me show you the data because It's a really simple thing. This is not complicated. And people still claim that prices are going up, 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 up. Gotta buy, gotta buy. Oh, Fed lowered rates. Prices are going up. It's not happening, folks. Prices are going to continue to fall because of COVID. COVID was fake ramp up, right? It wasn't about interest rates. It was about getting out of Dodge. It was about leaving the high lockdown states to get to the lower lockdown states. That's what it was about. That's it. And really nothing else. Make sure that's right. So let me show you an example. Okay, you have sales down, inventory way up. I mean, way up. And then you have prices up. That's a question you have to ask yourself. It doesn't seem right. Because historically, in my economics class, this is completely opposite of the norm, right? So let me show you what's happening. Let's say this is 2023 and you have a lot more sales. I mean, you were down 2.5% sales just in August alone, which is quite a bit. But let's say you had these sales in an area when it was busier. And, they go from $1 million all the way down to 150. And then you'll have a bunch of the lower end ones. And I won't call them lower end. I'll call them first time home buyers, maybe some investment property, some foreclosures. Those are going to be a majority of your sales. You'll have some, middle income, maybe some upper income, home purchases, here, even though some of them will fall off eventually. But then, the upper income, you'll have, you'll have less of them up top as well. I mean, most people can't afford the $1 million home. Okay? Or they just don't want to buy that big a home or that nice of a home or spend that kind of money unless you're in California where you're forced to, right? But if I take all these, this is 20 sales. Let's say there's 20 sales in an area within, let's say 5-mile radius. And I add them up and I take an average of 390. Okay? That's an average of all these combined. But now let's go to today where sales are down, right? It says inventory's way up because sales are down. And then they said prices are up. But I want to explain why they get this prices are up, which is fake. And so now we're in a new world. I think everybody agrees to that we're not in COVID anymore. We're not in this, hey, there's 50 offers on my house by morning. Those days are over. There's still some areas like in the Northeast where inventory is still low, but that's catching up. That's going to happen. It's a matter of time. Still also in some parts of the West, certain states, that's catching up. Inventory has increased. In my area, inventory has increased, okay? So now we have a fraction of the sales that were going on. But what's happening is a lower portion of these sales. First-time home buyers, even the cash buyers, a lot of them are waiting on the sideline. A lot of that has fallen off, disappeared. Like I said, I haven't done a new home or a first-time home buyer in years, okay? So if I take these and I take less homes for sale, but the lower portion of this market, which is the middle class and the lower middle, they've fallen off the cliff. So they've disappeared. So what's happening is now you have the same neighborhood, less sales. The only ones that are really buying or can afford to buy are a few first-time home buyers and the upper income individuals or couples, okay? So what's happening is this is what they're looking at. They're like, oh, sales are way down because they're telling us sales are way down. Inventory is way up. They're telling us that. But prices are up. That should be a red flag for everybody, okay? So if I take an average of these now with all these first-time home buyers, middle class falling off the charts, now it says here that my average price is $495. Okay? That, in a nutshell, is what's going on. It's about as simple as it gets. Nobody wants to explain it this way because they all have a narrative they're trying to push. And NAR, Reddit, or not Reddit, but Redfin, all the franchises, I don't know why, mortgage lenders, they're all pushing in the sense of, we want to keep prices up. Okay, they tried that in '08 too, and it was the biggest crash on the planet, and it was worldwide. So I'm always a big fan of telling people the truth and what's going on. I'm not a big fan of lying. I'm not a big fan of pushing an agenda because I don't really have an agenda. I really want to help sellers sell their home for the max price based on what the market is doing. And I also want to make sure that the buyers can purchase a home at a reasonable price, not at COVID levels. So what you're having is you have the upper class and the upper middle class still buying. They're still able to afford new homes. They have a nicer home. They're selling them in the northern states, maybe coming down south, just from a village perspective, okay? So they're able to come here and buy cash. And I've been pushing that for a long time. Say, look, take advantage of these higher prices on your homes in these low inventory markets and buy in Florida, which has an exorbitant amount of inventory, okay? You can't get much easier than this for an explanation. I can't dumb it down anymore. But be very careful what someone says when it comes to prices going up in these articles published by NAR, because they're fake. They're not true. They're not really giving you the full picture. And as it says here, first-time home buyers are responsible for 26% of August, matching an all-time low last seen in November 2021. All-time lows. So do you understand where this spreadsheet's coming from? I'm wiping out all the middle class first-time home buyers. They're gone. So what you're dealing with now are the upper middle and the upper class, and when it comes to income, sales, and maybe some investor stuff here and there, right? And a few, middle class that have, some good down payments. Maybe a mom's helping them, or they have an existing home they bought a while ago, and they're able to cash out. That's what's going on in a nutshell. So do not believe that that prices are going up. That is not what's happening. Prices are not going up in the majority of homes. They're falling. The problem is the homes that are selling are upper to upper middle to upper class people with some cash, with some money. That's what's selling. All the lower end homes have fallen off, which is skewing these figures. This is what Wall Street doesn't want to tell you. This is what Redfin don't want to tell you. This is what all the companies out there, Zillow, don't want to tell you. They just want to push the narrative up, up, and up, because all of them are Wall Street companies. And who's buying homes across the U.S.? Wall Street. They were buying homes across the U.S., not as much anymore, because they know what's coming. But at the same time, that's who's been buying these properties, and that's who wants to keep these prices up, even though there's nothing they can do about it. I mean, I've shown you courtyard villas in the Villages Durham models that were selling for $380 4 months ago. $380 4 months ago. They're now down to $339, $335 or less. $329. I saw one yesterday, brand new, built in 2022. Those who are ignoring the reality of the market, be very careful, okay? If you don't sell houses, you don't really know, because you're not really looking at it all day long. You're not seeing what things are selling for. You're not keeping an eye on prices. You don't have a bunch of clients that are looking at houses and have them saved, and you're looking at that property saying it's a little bit overpriced. If they can get that down 15, 20 grand, they might make a move on it. All of us realtors have those people. And that's what's going on. People are waiting on the sidelines saying, look, I just think it's overpriced. I just don't think it's worth writing an offer at that. So even with declining rates, it's still not going to throw the first-time home buyers in the middle class back into the market. You have to lower prices. You don't have a choice. So I hope this explains what's really going on. This is about as simple as you can get. I hope everybody enjoyed the video, but this is just, I get a lot of feedback from people saying, oh, prices are going up. Make sure you buy now because the rates have been lowered. That's not what's going on. In 2008, they did the same thing. 2007, the Fed lowered rates. And I believe that they're lowering the rates caused the crash of 2008, 2009. It took all the money out of the market. So it's a dangerous time we're in. I think the Fed is highly irresponsible. I think they're doing it just because of the election time. And the incumbent party always wants to have lower rates, a better economy. But, look, if the economy was really chugging along, we wouldn't be getting millions of people being laid off by these large companies across the country, across the world. People are being laid off. I saw an article yesterday that in India, out of 1.5 million people that graduated with engineering degrees this year, only 10% of them are going to be hired. 10%. So there's over 1 million people with engineering degrees that aren't going to be hired. Okay, so be very careful when you're buying. Look, I always have said, and I will say it right now, that if you're in the northern states, some of the western states, and you can cash out, and there's still lower inventory in your market, cash out now. Okay, that's not going to be there forever. There will be a time where that inventory is going to shoot up. And when that happens, your prices are going to follow. I think you take advantage of that now if you can. and then put that cash towards Villages home, which you can cash out pretty good in your existing state. Then buy a home in the Villages all cash with no debt. Okay? So I hope this helps. This is what's going on. I hope this chart really explains in as basic as possible what's going on with the market. It's just that all the middle class and lower middle have fallen out of the market. Sales are a fraction of what they were. And now these numbers are being skewed just like this. So everybody have an awesome day. And I have some home reviews coming up this weekend. And we will talk to you soon. Bye.